Now, this took me way too long to figure out, so let me fill you in. That season you are trying to get out of is actually the one that is getting you ready. Yep, I said it. Because when I got laid off from a 20 plus year corporate career, friend, I felt pure relief. Like somebody cue Pharrell, because happy was definitely playing in my spirit, okay? And I know, it sounds completely unhinged, but I knew God had been preparing my exit long before I knew I needed one for real. Every leadership challenge, every uncomfortable moment of feeling like I didn't belong, every presentation I have to give, even when I was mortified, every time I figured out something I had never done before. It was all preparation. It was all building something in me that I was going to need for exactly where I was going. And I didn't see it while I was in it, mainly because I was just trying to survive it. But from the other side, it is crystal clear. And that is exactly what your season is doing right now, even if you can't see it. Actually, especially if you can't see it yet. So let's get into it. Okay, real quick. If you are not subscribed to the Confident and Empowered Women podcast yet, what are we even doing, okay? We are here every single Tuesday and Thursday, and this is not just any old regular schmegular podcast. This is a community of women who are done shrinking, settling, done people-pleasing, performing, and putting herself last. This is where we come to remember who we actually are and build the life that reflects her. We are becoming together, friend. And if you are not subscribed yet, let today be the day. Hey, friend. Welcome back. You know, we love us a good highlight reel, right? We love the before and after. And listen, we want to skip from the exciting beginning straight into our victory lap and completely bypass everything in between. But friend, the middle, that is where all the good stuff is actually happening. That's where everything is being built. And listen, the season you are in, it is not an accident. It's an assignment. You know when you are at the salon and they put you underneath the dryer and you are just sitting there, you looking kind of crazy with all them rollers in your head? Because heaven knows you wouldn't dare go anywhere looking like that. Our ancestors would simply not have it. And low key, from time to time, you're looking around wondering what is exactly going on right now? Because it seems like there's just a whole lot of nothing going on up in here. And at some point, you might even side eye the stylist. Like, excuse me, are we doing something today? Or are we just decorating my head and calling it a day? But here is what you begin to realize. While you're sitting underneath that dryer, looking like you are not ready to be seen by anybody, your hair is being set. Something is being shaped, formed. Something is getting ready underneath all of that you just can't see yet. And when the timer goes off and those rollers come out, everything falls into place. And suddenly, whole time you thought nothing was happening, it was all working together. Friend, that is the season you are in right now. You are under the dryer. You might be sitting there looking at your life like, God, are we doing something here, or are we just decorating my circumstances and calling it a plan? From where you're sitting, it doesn't look like much is happening, but the heat is on. Something is being set. And when that timer goes off, and it will go off, everything is going to fall into place in a way that is going to make you say, oh, that's what that was for. Because here is what I know to be true with all of my being. God does not waste seasons, friend. And if God is not your jam, feel free to insert the source, the universe, or whomever it is that you believe in. Trust that not one single season goes to waste. And the one you're in right now, no matter how long you've been sitting underneath the dryer, it is not wasted. It's working. And let me show you exactly how. Here's a little something from my journal because I wrote this down when I was really sitting with this whole season thing. I wrote, every hard season is expanding 4 things in you, and none of them show up at the beginning. They show up because of the season. They show up through the season. Okay, friend? So listen, here we go. Let me give you these 4 C's. The first C that shows up is capacity. Friend, your season is stretching you right now, and I need you to hear that as a compliment and not a complaint. Okay? Because what you could handle a year ago is not what you can handle today. You are bigger now. You can hold more now. And that's not by accident. That is preparation because you cannot pour a river into a cup. The capacity has to grow first, and yours is growing whether you can feel it or not. The next C is competency. Ooh, that had a little flow to it, okay? Every single problem you have solved this season, every situation you navigated, every time you figured something out that you had never done before, and you were like, wait, I actually just did that? Yes. That is competency being built, friend. You are gaining skills in this season that you don't even realize you're going to need. Nothing is wasted. Not one tutorial, not one hard conversation, not the one time you had to figure it out on the fly. It's all going somewhere. The next C is capability. And this one is one of my faves because this is where the season proves to you what you can actually do. Not what you thought you could do, but what you actually can. Every time you don't quit, and listen, I know that there are days when you really, really wanted to. That was capacity being revealed. You are more capable than you knew going into this season. And the season showed you that, and that is a gift. And this last C is the result of all 3, and that's confidence. Not the performed kind, not the fake it until you make it kind that everybody talks about. I'm talking real confidence, the authentic kind, the kind that's built from actual evidence, from doing hard things and surviving them, from stretching and growing and figuring it out. That kind of confidence, nobody can take it from you, friend, because it wasn't given to you. It was built within you. Ooh, that's so good. Yes. Ooh, I love this so much. So as this season is building all 4 of these things in you right now, and this last part is the one that I really need you to sit with because this is where faith comes all the way in. Okay, friend? You have to know the preparation is always proportional to the promise. Ooh, okay, bars. Friend, this one is worth writing down, okay? It's giving major key alert. The preparation is always proportional to the promise. Say it again for the people in the back. The preparation is always proportional to the promise. Because when I look back at that 20 plus years in corporate America, now I can see it so clearly. Every leadership challenge, every difficult person or situation, every presentation I gave, even when I was terrified, every time I had to hold space for someone else's growth while I was also growing, all of that was specific preparation for this specific calling. God was not over there preparing me for something small, okay? If the season was big, it is because what was coming was bigger. And friend, if your preparation feels heavy right now, if this season feels long and hard, like it has been going on way longer than you signed up for, that's not a sign that something went wrong. That is a sign that something really big is coming. Now, let me say this because I feel it in my spirit and somebody needs to hear it today. Relief is a compass, not a character flaw. If any part of you felt relief when that door closed, when the job ended, when the relationship ran its course, when the thing finally let go, that feeling is data. Your nervous system and God were in full alignment. The exit was already planned. The preparation was always on purpose. And listen, I did not have to go to heaven to get my husband because God was preparing me for him through every single season that came before. The season I thought I was wasting my time was actually building the version of me that my husband was going to fall in love with. And I almost missed it because I was too busy being frustrated about my timeline. Don't be so focused on when you are getting there that you miss out on what is being built in you on the way there. Trust the season. It is working even when you can't see it. Actually, especially when you can't see it. Friend, I remember sitting there with so much awareness and absolutely nowhere to put it. Like something had cracked open in me, but I didn't know what to do with what was spilling out. I had all of these feelings and none of the clarity. And I kept circling the same questions, wondering why nothing was shifting. And then I started asking myself more high vibration questions, not the ones that keep you stuck, but the ones that cause everything to start moving. Not because I had all the answers, but because elevated questions helped me to finally hear the answers I already had inside me. And if you're sitting in that space right now, that is not a dead end, friend. That is just an invitation to ask high value questions. And that is what the woman you are becoming does with a moment like this. She doesn't wait. She doesn't let it pass. She does something with it. The main character energy journal prompts, they're linked for you in the show notes. They're going to help you get out of your head, into your heart, and connected to your truth so that you can operate from that place. And friend, I think you're ready. Okay, you know what time it is. And this is your self-love two-step. And we are calling it The Season is Working. Okay, friend? Because listen, I know we love us a good two-step around here because it always gets the party started and it's simple and everyone can do it. So don't forget to stick around for the remix, okay? Because, ooh, that's the really good part, okay? All right, so step one. Name what this season is building. I want you to go through those 4 C's and name at least one thing from each one that is being built in you right now. Where is your capacity expanding? What competency are you gaining that you're going to need later? What capability has this season revealed about you, and where, even just a little, is your confidence growing? Write it down, because what you can see, you can celebrate. And what you celebrate, you can reinforce. You have been so focused on what is not here yet that you've been missing all the evidence of what is already being built within you. So name it, honor it, and celebrate it. Step 2, release the timeline. Listen, friend, I take this one very seriously, okay? Whatever deadline you had in your head for when this season should be over, I need you to loosen your grip on it. Not because your desires do not matter, because friend, you know they absolutely do, but because the preparation is not on your timeline. It is on the timeline of what is coming. And what's coming is worth the wait. You're not late, behind, and you're certainly not stuck. You are being prepared. And that's the difference. And now for the remix, because listen, you were being prepared for your exit long before you knew you needed one. The door that was closed was not a punishment. It was positioning. So trust the season, friend. The preparation is always proportional to the promise. And the promise, it's bigger than you can even imagine. So let's go ahead and do this you step, okay? This is where you get still, you get quiet, and you ask yourself, what is my heart telling me to do next? Whatever comes up, that is your next right aligned step. Not the whole plan, just the next move. And trust her, friend, because she already knows. Now, let me pour into you real quick, okay? Listen, friend, I need to speak directly to your heart right now, especially if you're tired. And not the regular tired, I'm talking about that deep tired, honey, that comes from doing everything right and still not seeing results. The kind that comes from being in a season so long that you've started to wonder if you missed your moment, if it's too late, if the dream is really even meant for you. Because, friend, it is. It was always meant for you. You haven't missed your moment. You can't miss your moment because it's yours and you're in it right now. This season that feels like waiting is not waiting at all. It's preparation and it's working for you. The fact that it's been hard and it stretched you beyond what you thought you could handle. The fact that it has required more of you than you knew that it had, that is not a signal that something went wrong. That is a sign that something really, really big is coming. And listen, I went back for my little girl. I held her hand and I told her, we are not living in the waiting room. This is not where we stay. This is where we are being prepared. And when the door opens, and it will, we are going to be ready for everything on the other side of it. So stay with it, friend. Keep going. Keep showing up. The runway is being built and you are going to fly. Every hard season is actually building you. It's building exactly what you need for everything you've been calling in. And it's all working right now, even when you can't see it. This is where you allow your faith to be bigger than your fear. This is where you step with your faith foot forward and no longer take any steps in fear. Because, friend, your dreams are directions to your destiny, and it's already got your name on it. So don't be in such a rush to get there that you forget to look around and enjoy the present moment. Enjoy this season and be present within it. Because, friend, a rich life is a collection of moments you've loved. So love this season too. Ooh, friend. Yes. Hey. Ooh, this episode was so good. Listen, you are not an extra in somebody else's story. You are the main character of your own story. So go ahead, be her, the one you've been becoming. She's been waiting on you to live out loud. I'm cheering for you loud and obnoxiously, always. And no matter what comes your way, together we can encourage over everything. And I'll see you in the next episode.